What up? It's your man Lyricist from the Lyricist Podcast. But today we are doing coffee and convo. I hope everything is good. This episode has been brought to you by Surge Studios. Let's hop into some stuff that we're overdue for talking about. And what I want to talk about is progression. Like, how are you proceeding in life? Do you feel like you're actually moving forward with the things that you would like to move forward in the way that you would like to move forward with it? I feel like some people get caught up in what somebody else is doing. And I feel like that's the wrong energy to have. You have to worry about where you want to be, which is going to lead to where you're going to go. As cliche as that may sound, some people energy is all in the wrong things. You know, some people only care about what the next person is doing because they want a measuring stick. But why does another person have to be the measuring stick for your success or failure? It leaves the wrong message, you know, especially like internally. So, for example, it's like, you know, if I spent most of my time worrying about what a celebrity do and how a celebrity is, you know, successful, their path is different from my path. The things that I've done is different from the things that they do. Now, we may have the same interests. We may want to do the same things. We may even want to have the same level of, you know, success. But it comes down to, you know, what's realistic? What works for me? You know, what worked for them? And like, it's a lot of copycat weird shit going on where it is like people just like, you know, I'm going to do it the same exact way they did it. That's cool, but you got to be able to understand the mindset. How was the blueprint drawn up? You know, it's not just a simple copy and paste. If you don't know the intricacies of the blueprint, how can you copy what the other person did? And that's the problem. It's like a lot of people would try to pretend as if they got the sauce, but they really don't. I've seen it a lot. I've seen it. I got people around me that emulate me like crazy, like people I don't even deal with. You know, like I've been doing the podcast and stuff, you know, since 2007, 2008, when I was with Blog Talk Radio. Me and my boy Jarrell, J Real, you know, rest in peace to him. You know, it was an idea. It was a crazy idea for an up-and-coming hip-hop artist to do this shit. But I was like, okay, you know what, let's give it a shot. We gave it a shot and it worked. Now look at it now, all these years later, almost 19, 20 years later, you know, the shit worked. Everybody's doing it now. So I'm not going to sit up here and say that I was the person that did it for all the hip hop artists, but I want to say I am amongst the first to have done it. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud to give another outlet or be a part of a movement that gives artists a different outlet other than, you know, running to the record labels. Like, you can use your voice too. Share your thoughts, share your feelings, you know, talk about life, talk about what you've done and how you've got to where you are. I do my stuff from the setting of my home because this is personal for me. You'll hear my kids in the background. You'll hear my family in the background. Ain't no shame for me because this is personal. I record this stuff from in my office, you know, and, you know, it is very, very personal when I do coffee and convo. I share stories with y'all. I share my thoughts. I share everything. But when it comes to my progression as an individual, I know the blueprint that I laid out for myself. I know exactly where I want to be. But I have to ask those people that, you know, and they come off as naysayers, you know, that want to copy and paste what I do. Have you gotten to where you want to be yet? That's what it comes down to. Do you feel like you've succeeded in your heart? I can say that every single day I wake up and I think about the things that I have set up as far as owning my own podcasting studio, but I still record my podcast at home. Having like multiple podcasts that's performing well on YouTube and TikTok and shit like that. I'm proud of those things. But I know that that's not it. It just doing good is not it for me. I gotta have it in a lot of conversations. I have a lot of competitors, and I would say I love competition. My goal is to stamp out my competition, but in a perfect world, there will always be competition, which should drive you to do better and be better. I'm improving everything that I do with this podcast, with my entertainment company, and everything. I'm trying to improve everything across the board. There's no such thing as being stagnant. Why do I want to be stagnant? For what? What do I get from that? Just sitting there, just being comfortable. If you're comfortable, that means that you don't know what to do next. That's exactly what that means. And I don't want to be the person that to get caught up in that mindset where it is like, dang, I made it here. How do I make it to the next step? I made $500,000. I'm cool with that. No, I'm like, I made $500,000. So my goal is to get to $1 million. And when I get to the $1 million, I want the $2 million. When I get to the $2 million, I want to say, hey, I should be jumping to 5, 10, 20, 30, 50, 100. That's the goal. I want to be the person that I look up to the person I am 20 years from now. Because I already have an idea who that person is. That's who I look up to. That's my measuring stick. So whoever I am 20 years from now, which I know that's going to be a successful motherfucker, that's who I look up to. That's who I want to be. That's my measuring stick. That's my goal. That's who I'm chasing. And when I get there 20 years from now, I'm pretty sure I want to still respect that individual and want to be that individual 20 years later. So I can shorten the window on that like 5 years from now because of what I do, how aggressive I am with all of my accomplishments, with everything that I do, every company I've grown. Whether it's my home services business, like we do light construction and like home repairs and stuff like that. I never knew that company was going to grow like that. Never knew that. But 7 years ago, I'm looking up to the person I am right now. I was like, man, I want to be in this position before 40. It's before 40. I'll be 39 this year. It's before 40. And I'm where I wanted to be 7 years prior. I'm already looking ahead. And I'm going to shorten the window even more. It's like a year from now where I want to be. I'm sinking even more into the podcasting. I'm going to sink even more energy into the entertainment companies. I'm going to be able to have a successful brand with my home repair company. Also, we do landscaping now. So it's like the expansion is happening before my eyes. It's happening rapidly, really fast. And all I can say is like, I'm happy with it. Never seen it coming. Well, I did see it coming, but I didn't see it coming this fast. These are the things I want to do. So do you feel like you're where you want to be as far as progression wise? Do you feel like you've done everything you were supposed to do to be where you are right now? Do you feel like there's a chance that you can get better? These are all things that you should ask yourself. I wake up and I ask myself this every single day, and I'm not going to lie to y'all. I have some hard days. I have my struggles. I have the times where it is I'm like, shit, man, this stuff is getting really, really hard. But me being the way that I naturally am, I always find a way. I fight through certain shit. And I'm able to push through. And me pushing through allows me to restart, reset, and re-engage. You will have those moments where you feel like shit's getting too hard. You are going to have those moments. And you have to tell yourself, like, man, I have a goal in mind. That's what you tell yourself. I have a goal in mind. I'm going to meet that goal by any means necessary. I'm going to meet that goal. Have a progressive mindset. Push yourself to be better. Your goal is to be that person that you want to be 5 years down the line. And that person should be you. It doesn't have to be a celebrity. It doesn't have to be your parents. It's who you want to be 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now. You see that person as being successful, that's the person you chase. It's you in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. That's who you chase. That is your measuring stick. You do anything you possibly can to be that person. You know what you can do. You know what you can bring to the table. That's who you're chasing. Nobody else. And for me, I'm the measuring stick. Future me is the measuring stick. I look up to future me. I think future me from a year from now is the person I'm chasing. 5 years from now, it's the person I'm chasing. 10 years from now, it's the person I'm chasing. I know y'all get it now. But keep that in mind. You are the measuring stick. Future you are the measuring stick. What you see for yourself in the future, the person that you want to be in the future. If you say you're going to be a millionaire, like, damn, I wonder what millionaire me would do. That's how you attack it. By any means necessary. With that being said, people, thank you for checking out the Lyricist podcast. Thank you for checking out the Coffee and Convo podcast by Lyricist, brought to you by the Lyricist podcast at Surge Studios. And we will be back with some more episodes. And I appreciate y'all for being patient and still rocking with us. Until the next episode, y'all. Catch y'all later.